wonderful Guru Purnima celebrations. We are fortunate that Bhagwan has united all our hearts together at this moment, giving us opportunity to bask in His love in such a beautiful environment. While coming, as we were entering the road towards the center, as we entered, there was a beautiful sign which said the rainbow tree. I loved it. I was thinking in my inner heart, Swami, what does that mean, the rainbow tree? What does that mean? And you have brought us each day, each week, you are bringing my brothers and sisters in this beautiful, auspicious place, supercharged with divine vibrations. What does that mean, Swami? Before I invoke Bhagwan's blessing, I would like to thank Swami for giving me this opportunity today on this holiest, auspicious Guru Purnima, where he brought me to this beautiful Atlanta Sai Center to meet my dear brothers and sisters. What I feel, this is not the first time I'm coming. I know each one of us, and this is my home. Thank you, Swami. I thank all the committee members, Brother Raghuvi, and everyone, my dear and sister brothers, for giving the opportunity. Before I embark on this journey, I would like to humbly share, even though I'm standing here, this is not my lone journey. We are all traveling together. We are all fellow travelers, holding each other's hand. And let us walk hand in hand, pray to Swami, so that He take charge of the next few minutes. And I pray to Bhagwan, please think through me, speak through me, feel through me. Help me share that love, joy, which you have showered endlessly like a torrential rain, and send that love towards all. Before I am going to start this, there is the first slide of, I would request brother if we can please share that first slide, please. Yes, the theme has been chosen in search of divine nectar. So I was pondering since the last time I spoke with Brother Raghuvi, and we were thinking, and he had said, sister, you can take some time and think about what is that you would like to share with the center, all brothers and sisters. Since then I have been contemplating and trying to seek Bhagwan's guidance and asking. And before he would guide, I remember one epochal event that had happened in 1963, that epochal Guru Purnima, where Swami had that paralytic stroke, and that day Bhagwan was brought by Professor M. Kasturi and a few other souls into the Kulvat hall. Bhagwan had come, and with a feeble voice, Swami had asked, Vinipistunda? Vinipistunda? Can you hear? Can you hear? So, since that epochal term, that brought me to a contemplative mode, I started to contemplate, am I able to hear Bhagwan within? Am I able to connect with Him within? Am I able to live my every moment with Bhagwan? How and which way can I become His every moment, moment to moment, so there remains no difference between Him and me? With that, I would like to share a poem. This poem is from one of the upcoming books. Where do I begin? Where do I begin to tell the story of my mother, my Guru, my mother Sai, the love, compassionate being, all-embracing love, ever reaching forward to embrace in the heart. In His holy presence, I lose myself. I dissolve in that nest. I melt and vanish. Where do I begin to tell that story of love? Muddled in the midst, I had no choice than to rebuild, thus counting my mother, my eternal sweet mother, in gratitude, without whom I am nothing. My beloved, beloved Mother Sai. But for whose touch I would have gone crumbled, lost out into oblivion. Yes, she has come to lift us all. Yes, she has come to lift us all from this fragile, ephemeral world onto the goal, with a heart full of love ever pouring through the heart of Master Supreme. When this love touched something deep within, a resolve was made to make this walk, carried by His love, which will not cease until I cease. The Lord has resolved to rebuild us in His own image, by going beyond all names, ever feeding me with His divine nectar of the sacred Prema Gita. I had to sit at His lotus feet to receive all that His heart pours unto me, and what not, a perennial stream of wisdom galore, eager to gift us more, and with that am being rebuilt, remade, my eternal gratitude to my Divine Mother of the Universe, at the lotus feet of the Supreme Jagat Guru, my Ma, beloved Mother Sai. So, with that poem, I wish to divide this few minutes into 3 segments. The theme of the talk is In Search of Divine Nectar, and we will have the first slide as what. Then we will have how, and then we will have why. What is? That part I will try to share some of my personal experiences with Bhagwan. And the next segment of the how portion will try to humbly share how to walk the inner path of self-inquiry, that which has been guided by Bhagwan endlessly, day in and day out, through the process of who am I, self-inquiry, some of the ways how to silence the mind, some of the way how to turn within, and then the last segment, which is not the least, is the why segment, or what is the goal? Why do we have to walk this inner path? So with that, we'll begin the first segment. I was pondering that when God, He comes and plays the role of the mother in each one of our lives. We all have been experiencing and have experienced it at many times in our life by now, or every moment in our life. That is the time our life becomes joyful, blissful. And when the mother starts playing the role of a guru, our life transforms. And when the guru becomes that inner guru and plays the role of inner guru, our journey begins. That inner journey which Bhagavan had told us. The first song, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam, Dustar Bhavasagara Taranam. The first note is not only the first note, I feel it is the eternal and the end goal that we have to seek Him within. The flower image what we have here is of a beautiful lotus. Lotus is a symbol that teaches us how to live this life yet not get attached with it. As I look back now into my childhood, early days, now when I look back, I see and feel how Bhagavan had created an environment for me, placed me in a family where spirituality was the most important call of the day. And Tagore's music, philosophy, poetry, painting, everything Bhagavan had sweetly handcrafted so that can contribute now, I feel, in this journey where He's taking and holding the hand and guiding. He made me get married into a family, of a Sai family, where my in-laws, everyone, they were deeply soaked in Bhagavan's love. And through that, Swami gave me the opportunity to come under the spell of a magnetic love, which I had never experienced that until that moment in my life. The first time Bhagavan had taken me to have his divine darshan in the year 2000 with our 6 months old baby to Whitefield. I was coming for the first time, but for my in-laws family, they have been going since many years. I still remember that fast darshan Bhagavan granted so graciously. We had reached there a little late, and being a mother of a 6 months old baby, I was quite tired, and we had just reached there, and with the tiredness, I had slept. In the morning, Swami came in my dream as that whole sky, he gave me a sky darshan. The whole sky was Swami. His eyes was looking down towards my direction. They were big, huge, and his smile was all welcoming a child home. And he was smiling with orange robe. The whole sky was orange. Swami turned towards me like that, downwards, and said, "I have been looking for you. I have been waiting for you. You have come at last. After coming here, you are still sleeping. I did not know what to understand with that. It was quite overwhelming for me. I got up quickly, understood that probably it's quite important, he's powerful, and I quietly got ready and went for his darshan. But that beautiful divine darshan, that first darshan, it went to the back of the mind. I probably did not understand the value of it. I received it from Bhagwan's hand, but went along with life's journey. Until 2007, from 2000 to 2007, until our son was 7 years old, now I see and I feel when I look back that Swami actually was giving me the opportunity to raise our son and do my dharma of a mother's dharma, build him, prepare him in his divine footprints. After 2007, Swami began the inner journey. After that 7 years, he gave me enough time so that I can take care of that role of that mother. After 2007, the way Swami started the journey through a mysterious way, it still feels unbelievable. Every experience that Bhagavan has given, granted graciously, with his infinite compassion, still this moment it feels unbelievable. Some of them I will be fortunate to share with my brothers and sisters. The first time, the first inner voice which Bhagavan had granted, along that time, one of the days Swami said, "Bangaru, I don't want anything from you. I only want your heart. I don't want any flower from you. I used to be very happy when there is bhajan to get some flower. I love to decorate the altar." Swami said, no, I don't want any of those flowers. I want your heart. Those flowers what you get from outside, they will wither, wilt. I want that fresh flower from your heart. With that, he was starting the next years. He was giving some hint what he is going to do with my inner journey few years to come. That I will share when we will talk about the path of self-inquiry. Swami, that day, around that time, morning, he had guided to sit for meditation. I did not know how to do meditation. I was naive. I did not know. I only looked towards his direction. Interestingly, there was no doubt. I believed when the mother is there with me, what is there to be worried? We all, do we feel lack of trust with our mother? As soon as we are in our mother's presence, we know she'll take care. Somehow, Swami was building that. I do not know how it was built. That day, Swami guided for meditation. He was exactly teaching me how to hold the concentration, where to hold the focus, how, what. And interestingly, without any understanding or any questioning. I was just going along with him, holding his hand. That evening, I still remember, the room was dark, our puja room, and all of a sudden I found a deep green colored light, something like this color, green light, what we see. That light, it was coming out from this heart. I was like in awe. I don't know what does this mean. Swami said, Bangaru, I want you to share this light and love with all. How to share the light and love, Swami, I don't know. Don't worry, I will tell you, I will teach you. This was the constant guidance. It had started in small, small ways. From 2007, the inner guidance what Bhagavan was starting, every time I would ask Swami, some prayer he was teaching, how to pray, how to seek his guidance and all that. I would ask Swami, do you have any plan for me today, Swami? How would you like to use me, Bhagavan? Small word, as love. I would like to use you as love. I would like to use you as peace. Wherever you go, share joy with all. Now these messages, they were slowly growing from one word to one sentence to five sentences to paragraphs, then became like discourses after discourse. On Guru Purnima, there will be Guru Purnima discourse. Yes, this morning he gave one. I don't know if I will have time to share. Yesterday I shared with all about the poem he had gifted. But I do not know. We will see how our Swami guides. On Shivaratri day, there will be Shivaratri discourse. New Year's Day, New Year's discourse. And it grew in leaps and bounds. I did not know how to control them and put them. The only portion he would say, a few, one or two, I just collected so that were very touching for my heart, and it is not for me alone. It is for each one of us. Give love, give it to all. That love which you experience in your heart, it is your responsibility to share with all. These are simple messages, simple things what we can practice. Then there was a beautiful one. I won't be able to share all of those. Like a soft flower with the fragrance of love, become that flower. That aspect I will share on the how portion about the self-inquiry. So now, as we are moving, he was holding my hand. Gradually he was guiding. It was increasing day and night. And my whole focus was getting continuously towards the inward source of my heart. 2010, Swami very mysteriously had taken me and my son for his divine darshan. Along this time, he was guiding in a very unique manner. Bhagavan would be there seated on the portico, and through his silence, he would commune with me. What he will tell, how to silence the mind, how to still the mind, how to dive deeper within. I would meditate, and a deeper voice would guide within. Along this time, one of these days, all of a sudden, in the morning darshan, Swami was about to come for darshan in the Kulbant hall. We were seated, and I was meditating, and Swami's flute started to play. So I was awaiting for Bhagavan's arrival, like all of us we await. He opened my eyes. all of a sudden, I started to see gods and goddesses appearing in front. This is something phenomenal, unbelievable. I did not know what I was seeing. I was seeing with my closed eyes. There was a sister seated beside me. I asked her, "Sign-off, sister, do you see something?" I'll tell you what I was seeing, but where I was seeing, where the older aunties would sit, those portion towards the back, around the up of the, what should I say, not near the roof, but on the portion middle. I see this divine vision. I say, "Sister, do you see Mother Saraswati sitting there?" She is like, "Where Mother Saraswati sitting?" I'm like, "There, she's sitting there. I'm open eyes, there is no closed eyes." She said, "No, sister, I don't see anything." Like, "Don't you see?" I said, "No, sister, that is for you. That is not for me. That is for you." "Oh, okay." I did not know what to do. I offered my reverence to Divine Mother. This phenomenon continued for a few days. One of the days, again, I was meditating. Swami's flute had started to play. Swami was about to enter. And I opened my eyes. With my open eyes, I am seeing an entourage of gods and goddesses walking. Whom do I see? First I see Vinayak walking. Little boy, pranky little boy, playful boy. Beside him, a tiny mouse jumping around on the right side. After him, Kartikeya comes. And beside him, the peacock walks. Then Lord Shiva. Beside him, the snake slithers away on the floor. Then, whomever you can think of, Lord Rama, Krishna, Hanuman, Mother Saraswati started to walk, and the swan walking beside her on her right side with 8 feet. Then Mother Lakshmi comes. The owl, little bit above from the floor, started to fly on the right side. And then Mother Durga walks beside her. The lion walks. Then Bhagavan comes. That day I understood that Bhagavan is the Purna Avatar. He has come to us, for us, as our very own dearest Lord, to lift us all. He is all forms, and yet He is no form. He is beyond all form. He is all names, yet He is beyond all names. That day, after Swami came for the darshan, he went to the portico, and from there, he would non-stop, in those days that visit, Swami was non-stop guiding as what to do, where to go, how to meditate. That day he said, "Go to the meditation tree. After the darshan, go to the meditation tree. Sit there, do the meditation." Okay. Swami's darshan was over. I went to the meditation tree. In that, now we see there is a covering around, right? Not everyone can enter that place after Swami's physical departure. But that time it was not. So I wanted to take the full advantage, so I went to the closest where most I can go and sit. I went closer to the tree trunk, and sat in there. Before going, I told our son that I'm going to the meditation tree. I will come and meet you in the Western canteen. So Mama will come back after the meditation is done. He was 10 years old. He said, okay. I went there. I sat there. I started meditation. I do not know how long I was there. Swami took me to a deep space which is above and beyond from this realm, and somewhere, I do not know where it is. Along that time, all of a sudden, a unique phenomena happened. I see in my inner space the tree trunk of the meditation tree, that epochal meditation tree which Bhagavan himself had created for the sadhakas, for our spiritual benefit, so that we might rise above from where we are to the state of divinity. That tree trunk opened like a door, white door, and from there all the forms of divine gods and goddesses, they were all the mother, divine mother, Mother Lakshmi, Durga, Saraswati, every form God, Vinayak, everyone with great gusto, with great energy and power force in the luminosity, was with a great speed coming from that tree trunk and entering into this heart. That had, I was seated with tears flowing. How long I was there, I do not know. No cell phone. Now we are having cell phone so much. Even though I say now, means it is not that now, but still we are not that much into it now. So, how long I was there? And moreover, I had never put an alarm when to wake up for meditation, never until this day. Always from the first day, I would say, Swami, I will not put the alarm, because if I put the alarm, the mind will say, today I have woken. I woke up this morning. No, I don't want to take that doership. I want you to wake me up. So, he had been waking me since same time all the years. 333, angel time. Every month he would do it first. I thought that it is like a coincidence, but there is no coincidence in Swami. So, I don't have any phone or anything. And I just, all of a sudden, I hear like a click kind of a sound, and I opened my eyes. I understood this is the time for me to open my eyes. I open my eyes and I see a tiny monkey, this size, tiny monkey, just seated probably like this, in this, towards me, holding a half-broken piece coconut near his mouth, and he is looking towards me with a kind of eye, look, gaze. Compassionate eyes? No. That won't justify. Karunya. Maybe closure, Karunya. The eyes had Karunya. With that he was looking to me. I will never be able to forget that look of that monkey who was there. He was trying to tell me probably something I did not know. I will be always remembering that gaze until my last breath. I got up. I did not have the strength to walk. Nothing was functioning, neither the mind nor the body, nothing is functioning. Somehow I gathered myself and started to, I understood, okay, I told my son that I will come to the canteen, so I understood, I have to go. So somehow I gathered myself and started walking down the meditation hill. and I was feeling a little thirsty. So I thought that I will go and drink some coconut water. But I forgot. In that strange condition, I entered the Ganesh gate. As I entered the Ganesh gate, I come straight near the Ganesha gate, and all of a sudden I see one lady with a very unique attire. She all of a sudden, seeing me entering there in front of the Ganesh gate, she comes straight away towards me. And very quickly she comes from the side of the Ganesh gate. The Ganesh gate on the side, she's coming. Comes to me and says, come, come, come. I have been waiting for you. I have to give you something. Now, I do not know who she is. Neither have I seen her in my life. I do not know who she is. And moreover, the kind of attire she was wearing, I'll describe that. She was wearing a white trouser, a shirt, a hat, a bag, sling bag, lots of vibhuti on the forehead, and one drop of kumkum at the middle of the vibhuti. I go near her. She said, I have been waiting for you to give you something. Come, come. So she takes me on the side and she tries to open the chain of the bag. And while opening, she asked me, so where do you come from? I said, I came from USA. As if she did not understand or what, she was talking with me English, but she asked me, oh, you are from UK. I'm like, I came from USA. No, Auntie, I came from USA. Oh, you came, I see, you came from USA. Now these things, when I contemplate, they make everything clear. So then she opens a small, this size of a homeopathic bottle, kind of a thin plastic bottle. And she says, okay, show me your palm. I need to give you something. Now first though, I don't know who she is. Then I don't know what very strange attire. That is also okay, no problem. But then she says, come on, I will give you something to eat, to drink. I was like, I don't know, and moreover, remember all the things was happening from the morning. I was not in a condition also to talk with her also, nothing functioning. I'm like, what is this, Auntie? Oh, this is lingam water. I have to give this to you. I am like, what is the lingam water? Where did this come from, Auntie? She was like with a very quizzical look. She looks to me, oh my God, she does not even know what lingam water. And she says, oh, this comes from the inside temple. The first thing in the morning, this is the first thing. Come on, come on. Then she's, okay, show me your palm. I have to give it to you. She understands that I'm something hesitating. So Swami is bringing me back. Remember, I was not functioning well. He's bringing me back to this plane. Then she's telling, I had asked all the devotees to come and line up behind the temple so that I can take them inside. None of them came. With the intonation, she said, it still lingers in the ear. None of them came. All of a sudden, her intonation, she changes as if she hides that, some kind of a pain. And she says, come on, show me your palm. Why are you thinking so much? What is there to think? I have been waiting to give this to you. And moreover, anybody sees and whoever sees this, they all will want this. I cannot give this to everyone. What do I do? Moreover, my husband had told, see, you and the boy was with me, so you both are going alone. Don't drink anything liquid other than coconut water. Now she is literally insisting me that you have to have, and moreover it has. So I just showed my palm, and in my heart I said, Sai Ram, and gulped it. There was a deep peace I noticed. noticed in her face, as if she wanted that thing to get inside me. What, I don't know. And then I bowed down to take Pada Namaskar from her. She moved back and said, "No, no, no, you should not touch my feet." I do not know what does that mean. Okay. I just, as I'm getting up, lifting my head, and I looked up, the kind of a twinkle at the corner of her lips and the sparkle at the corner of that eyes that was dazzling was telling in silence, "You could not recognize me." It is very interesting, all this life, since the day one Swami had started my inner path, he has made sure that I remember every beat of the experiences, everything. For the last more than 15 years, I remember every beat. Interesting, I do not remember the taste of that liquid, that lingam water, that nectar that was given to my palm that day. So Swami very mysteriously ignited that search within me for that in search of divine nectar. He made me think about it day and night. I long to know what is that taste, Swami, you gave. I knew many years later, through many experiences, through meditation, through dream, he confirmed it was I who had come to you that day to grant you that you could not recognize me. But I know you. He knows each one of us, every beat of us, what thought, what feelings, what is everything. He's our mother. That mother who embraces us in her heart. So Swami started my inner path in a way through that experience and made me seek what is that divine nectar. And gradually, Swami would slowly, after that experience, our return trip was almost coming closer, and Bhagavan started to do many, many beautiful experiences. Some of them I will quickly share before we move to the next segment. One of the days, as the Samastaloka chanting was going on, I was meditating and I closed with closed eyes, and then I opened my eyes with some prompting to receive Bhagavan's blessing. I see at the time of the Samastaloka chanting going, Swami created a globe on his lap, and with a great beautiful smile, he looked down towards the globe with two palms, blessing on top of the globe 3 times. That was a life-transforming confirmation experience. I understood that he is God. He is actually in charge of everything. All the planets, everything is under his control. And we are all being carried by him. Wherever we are, whatever we might be doing, there is nothing to worry about. He is taking care of everything right this moment. Along that time, there was probably a few more days left for us to return back. One of the days, Swami left after his darshan, and Swami, beautiful darshan was over, and the sisters were seated beside. They were all talking among themselves as Swami's 85th birthday is coming. We are not going to go back now. They are asking and talking, sisters talk going on. When are you going to go back? Where, what is your country? All these things. And some of them are saying, no, I don't want to go now. Swami's 85th birthday, no? So space. I liberate it here and then I will go. That thought, that discussion entered, I was meditating and a desire was created in this heart in the moment that, Swami, I also want to do something for you, Bhagavan. You give me some opportunity to serve you. That is the moment Swami said, write 85 poems for me. I was like in a awe, which I mentioned yesterday a little bit of this. I was in a awe, what to do, how to do, but with His grace and love, He completed them. On 25th of April, one day prior Bhagavan's physical departure, I was seated in my altar, lighting the lamp, little bit sad, even though He was proving His presence through the inner guidance, being my inner guru, but still something was missing. So I was talking to Swami, and that is the time I said, Swami, everyone says you are their mother, father, friend. What are you to me, Swami? I do not know what are you to me. That is the time Swami said, I am the very breath of your life. That itself was so overpowering, overwhelming, that brought tears to my eyes. And moreover, I understood, where did Bhagavan go? He did not go anywhere, he is here only. Then he said, now open the manuscript. Which manuscript, Swami? The poem manuscript? Those 85 poems. Now I was a little upset on him. First you leave, first you ask about the book work, then you leave physically, because it was sold at that time, no? Just recently, 1 day back it had happened. And then now you are asking to open the manuscript. What is in there, Swami? Now open the manuscript. So okay, I just went there to follow his command, opened it. Now open the first letter, what you had written. And I opened it. I had written a letter to Swami, the first front page. My dearest Bhagavan, you are the very breath of my life. That is the line I had written there. And Swami, the way he joined the wires together, thinking that it brings tear every time, still this day, after how many years, we know. Then all of a sudden I hear the tunes humming, the poems what he had given started to hum. That is itself a beautiful story. We won't have time to talk about it some other time. But Swami, with his unimaginable love, compassion, kindness, he penned all the books. He is the one who did all the books. Right now, he has asked, my centenary birthday is coming, Bangaru, don't you want to give me anything, something for my centenary birthday? What, Swami? I want a book where all the spiritual experiences what I have granted you, all the guidance what I have granted you, everything has to be there. Okay, Swami. So that work is going. So from there I shared with my brothers and sisters the poem, Where Do I Begin? So just moving to the next segment, just quickly would like to mention one thing. I felt just the day it was almost approaching, probably tomorrow we are leaving or today we are going to leave from Parthi. I did not want to come back, like most of us. We don't want to come back. How many days we stay there, we don't want to come back. That's the truth, that's the fact. So I was literally crying and literally telling Swami inside. I still remember I was there near the N8 building or N7 building, near the coffee stall. I was walking and telling in my heart, Swami, can't you do something to cancel my trip so that I don't have to come back, Swami? No, he does not. So I have to come back. But he said that these 3 sentences that had stayed with me as my inner inspiration every moment of this life. Whatever, wherever I am, all the guidance, what to do, what not to do, how to do, what to do, everything. But these three has been the potent, the crux of my spiritual journey. Swami said, Bangaru, I am coming to your home with you. I will be always there with you. I will never leave you. These three sentences, anytime, any moment, if there is a test, tribulation, trial, we all have to go through. We are playing our role here. We are bound to. These three things has stayed. So I thought, like, because it had remained such a, it had scored this heart somewhere, it had created a wound inside. And I felt I will share these three things which had been very much inspirational for my journey, might be of some help to my brothers and sisters. Now we'll move to the next slide, please. Yes. So this is the slide where we are going to talk about how to walk the path of self-inquiry. We see a beautiful butterfly and a flower. It is drinking the divine nectar in search of divine nectar. Swami was transforming my path after I came back from Bharti. From the path of prema, he miraculously transformed it towards the path of truth, where he was teaching how to do the self-inquiry. The very simplest way Swami would guide. Those are very small, those were such huge ocean, such a huge ocean. It was very hard for me to collect I was just picking very tiny bits and pieces so that as much as can be shared and be beneficial, and so that we all can work. And I'll try to see if I'll be able to help a little bit of self-inquiry practice just for 2 minutes, if it is okay. So, Swami would always take the analogy and example from the nature. For my path, he was always guiding me, connecting me with the nature. He would show, see the bee, the honeybee. The honeybee is all the time drinking the honey. It knows where to go, where to fly. The fly always goes towards the dirty dustbin, but the honeybee is always focused on the flower nectar. Your mind also is like the honeybee. It is going here and there. It is roaming here and there. How do you want to train that mind? When you put the mind on the self. What is the self? We hear this term a lot. The self is the heart, not the real physical heart, the spiritual heart, that Atman within. Swami was guiding. When you turn your mind towards this inner space, that lotus, what we just now saw, our heart is the lotus, in the lotus center. Immediately what will happen? A phenomenon will start happening. What will happen? The world, objectives, everything will drop off. Because our mind will be turned within and we will be seeking inside, not turning outside, we will be looking inward. Immediately, with the process of inquiry, like we can ask at that moment while turning within, that is called the Tartaka practice. Holding the focus, the gaze, for a few minutes. For a few minutes will be a little hard. At the beginning, few seconds we can try. And then what will happen? It will start becoming steadier and steadier. The flame, like the flame burns very steadily, our mind will become. And in that moment, what will happen? All that energy that was going outward, it will turn inward. And we will not go hither and thither. Our mind will be all focused in that. Where it will be focused? In that inner space. Very simple practice. Who am I? If we ask ourselves this question, who am I? Am I this body? Am I this mind? Am I this me? Am I this form? This intellect? The talent? Memory? Senses, feelings, everything? I am none of this. Because, let me give a small example. See, when we sleep. Okay, when we are in the awake state, right this moment, we are all looking towards Swami and we are basking in the Guru Purnima festival. Where is our focus? Our focus is on Swami. The mind is not going anywhere. It is only in that one direction towards Him. Similarly, when we will train our mind to put it on one objective within, then it will learn to develop the power of concentration. That is Swami was teaching. For that, he was using that first inner voice which Bhagavan had granted, that I don't want anything, I want a flower. That flower, your heart. That he now transpired the journey towards the path of Satchidananda. How he was doing? He was giving the simplest example of a flower, a rose or jasmine, anything, whatever is dear, touches our heart. Swami was guiding that, see Bangaru, when you see a rose, what do you see? These are his guidance, that's the way he has been communicating, communion all the time, he has been guiding. So that is what I will be happy to share in that manner. And they are so simple, so simple. And if I was able to walk a little, one few or two few steps, I can guarantee it is possible for everyone. He was telling Bangaru, see a rose, what you see? What does the fact the rose has? The rose has beauty, the rose has fragrance, beautiful fragrance, and the rose has softness. That beauty that you see in the rose, when you see that rose in your heart, and he was using the flower therapy at this point, that became like a therapy for me. By every day he would give one flower image in my meditation and he would say, hold your focus on that. When you hold your focus, your mind will get dissolved in the flower. He was telling, wherever there is nothing called mind, there is nothing called mind. You say, people say, oh, this mind is troubling me, I have so much trouble, the mind is so restless. He says, where is the mind? Can you show me? It is restless. There is nothing called mind. Wherever you put your focus, the mind gets created. If you put your focus, Bangaru, on a beautiful aspect, on something you love, a flower or rainbow, the rainbow tree we're entering, if you put that, what happens immediately? You will get delighted. Your mind gets elevated to that state. Similarly, if you put your mind on petty things, small things, the mind will develop that smaller, very limited form. If you put the mind on the vast cosmos of the consciousness truth principle, the Brahman, it will become that. Yad bhavam, tat bhavati. The way you think, you will become. God you think, God you become. Dust you think, dust you become. So, if you hold your focus, that flower, that rose, see the rose in your heart, how hard it is. You love a flower. From your childhood, you always love flower. You always wanted to offer. We all love flower. Such a beautiful decoration is there. So, that flower is your truth. Just the way the flower's truth, that beauty, the beautiful look the flower has, the rose has, it is its truth, the Sat. That is your truth, that Sat. If you, Bangaru, take a few steps closer towards the flower, what do you feel? You can smell the fragrance of the flower, isn't it? Yes. Similarly, if you walk a little bit closer in your heart, deeper space into that space of that heart chakra, where that inner space, that cave of that where God is there, Swami is there, what will you feel? You will feel the fragrance of love, joy, peace. That is the most beautiful fragrance. That is what? Chit. That is the Chit, consciousness. Then, Bangaru, if you move a little bit closer to the flower, what will you see? You can touch the flower. When you touch the flower, you can touch its softness, the petals. They are so soft, delicate. What is that softness? Ananda. The flower is always in the Ananda state. That is your truth. When you get closer and closer, crossing all the koshas, all the barriers that pulls man down. But if you cross those layers and try to come closer to me, what will happen? You will reach to the state of Ananda, the bliss state. But then also he says we have to cross the beyond the bliss state. So this was a quite startling experience for me, and it had become really a flower therapy for me. It would always make me joyous, happy, no expectation. I would always reside there inside, and divine presence was felt. Again he was telling, see, in the winter months, when there is snow, cold, you try to stay near the fireplace, right? The fireplace gives you warmth. If you feel cold and you want to feel the warmth of that heat of that fireplace, you have to stay near the fireplace. You cannot stay on the next room and say, oh, I am feeling so cold. If you stay near the fireplace, what is that fire? The fire of Atman, the truth. That is where you have to stay non-stop. And through that, you can experience your truth. This is the way Swami was guiding, and I will give a few examples. Very simple day-to-day experience Swami was guiding. He had given very simple explanation like love. The terms he would explain. Love is L-O-V-E, light of vibrant energy. One of the time while I was working for the Who Am I book, and I was given a fig. My husband brought a fig and put for me to eat. Then and there, Swami would never lose an opportunity to bring back the lesson. He said, do you know what does fig mean? It's always best not. We don't know anything and no use of telling. I said, no, Swami, I don't know. Fig, F-I-G, forever in God. If you live forever in God, then there is no separation between you and me. Are you separate from me? No. Hope, H-O-P-E, heart of pure energy. Never lose hope. With God, there is endless hope. Without God, life is a hopeless end. Like that, one of the days, he was telling, I was cutting a papaya. The highest principle of Advaita Vedanta, Swami was teaching with the simplest practical examples. I was cutting a papaya that is Sunday, just the way here you all meet around 3:30, our center. I think that time we were having in the morning or something. So I was cutting the papaya. My husband and my son was getting ready. I was ready cutting it. That is the time I was cleaning the seeds. Swami started his inner guidance. What does these seeds mean? Don't know. See, the papaya, these seeds came from the papaya. But can the papaya hold on to the clutch, cling to the seeds? No. It has to throw away, then only you can have the papaya. Can you have the papaya which, even though these days people must be who are very healthy and things are well-being, like they say papaya seed is very healthy, but Swami's thing was different. But he was telling, you have to, whatever might be very dear to your heart, you cannot have attachment to that. Just the way, see, learn the lesson from the papaya. The seeds came from the papaya, but the papaya, is it saying, no, 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 it's my seed, I have to preserve it, I cannot give it away, I cannot throw it in the trash. No. It has to. That's the part of the nature. Okay, Swami. One of the days I was making yogurt. Bhagavan was telling that we all know how to make yogurt. We all do. But Swami says in a unique way, he says, what are you doing? I mixed a little bit of yogurt in the milk and I was putting in the oven. Then and there Bhagavan says, you are actually using the sadhana path. Sadhana path, Swami? How? See, what does sadhana path mean? Sadhana means you have to be steady, you have to be steadfast, determined, disciplined, with the fragrance of love. Without love, sadhana cannot be fruitful because it will become like a dry desert. We won't be able to get that inspiration and joy and enthusiasm. We have to be enthused. Just the way this butterfly is all the time focused on the flower, the goal. Then Swami says, the starter you mixed just now and putting it in the warm place and you are setting the process of yogurt. Once you mix it, do you shake that container? No, Swami. Why? Because if you started, that yogurt will never be set. You cannot have yogurt rice, you cannot have yogurt lassi, nothing. So, sadhana is like that. I understood that day. I have to be determined, disciplined, dedicated. Without that, the path towards the goal where Bhagavan is longing to take me, it will be impossible to go. Now we can move to the next slide, please, brother. Yes, thank you. So, this is the segment where we are moving is goal. Why do we want to walk the path of self-inquiry? Yes, we heard, it's beautiful, so nice experience, everything. But we might say, why do I have to walk the path of this inner journey? What is there? I am quite happy in this life. I am satisfied. Yes, I know sometimes the happiness comes and goes. It creates trouble. It creates pain, as if I am inside a whirlpool. But that's okay, I can handle. Is it necessary? Yes, it is really necessary. Why? Because the path of self-inquiry will teach us how to be always happy. That is the first important goal of the spiritual journey. Swami always says, the process of spiritual journey is 90% self-inquiry, 10% other things. Unless and until you follow the path of self-inquiry and you do not know, and you know that who you are and you do not know who you are, the journey will not be completed. You have to come back again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatari shayanam. If you do not know what is your truth, why are you here, then you will be attached with the pain and happiness. What is happiness? That is eluding. Little bit something, you feel happy, the next moment you will be sad. But that should not be the case. You should be all the time happy. How? By staying and walking the inner path. The ocean is inside. When we go and walk, this is the summertime, many of us must be visiting the ocean front. If we are walking on the beach, we see the water is coming and touching our feet, and there are a lot of waves sound. But once the person who is a great swimmer, he knows that the fun is to get into the deeper ocean where there is no wave, it is all stillness. Swami was telling, as long as you are on the beach, on the shore, there is disturbance of mind. If the mind is stilled, there is nothing that can shake you. And actually he was giving a few pointers that I would like to say the goal of the this spiritual path of the self-inquiry. He was telling that the truth of I am is changeless. I am. Let me take up this. See, if I ask, if we contemplate on this fact and ask this question, who am I? And to whom, when we are disturbed or we are having some thoughts or we are sad, we can ask this, to whom this sadness is coming? We will get the answer, me. I am sad. Then immediately if we ask this question, who is this I? Who is this I? We will see naturally our mind will get to the space of that I within, that principle of I which is changeless. When we are awake, when we are asleep, all the state of awareness, this I principle is functioning, right? When we are asleep, see, we may claim that I know this, I can do this, I have this or that. As soon as we fall asleep, can we claim that we have all those things? I would often give this example, this is very dear to my heart. I think the other day only I was mentioning to somebody. A mother, newborn baby, for a mother, that baby is her heartbeat, breath. She will not let the baby go anywhere. She will be awake. She can do anything for the baby. As soon as the mother falls asleep, does she remember where the baby is? That precious gem which she loves more than her soul, breath, can she claim that she remembers the baby? The baby does not exist in the mother. As soon as the mother wakes up, again she knows she has a baby, she has to take care of this and that. So, when we are asleep, many things are happening. We cannot say that I am doing everything, I can do everything. In the sleep state, we don't do anything. We cannot do anything. Yet the heart is functioning, our breath is functioning. Swami was telling Angaru, in the sleep state, when you are sleeping, can you claim that you are doing anything? No, Swami. Then why do you claim that in your awake state you are doing? It is I who is doing that also, here also. You have to remember that and you have to go in the back state and witness what is the truth. Then Swami was telling that by staying in the inner core of the flower, that flower is that Atman, you can experience the fragrance. That is one thing that will keep you always blissful. You will be attached with that truth, and with that truth you will function, you will think, speak, feel. There won't be any attachment outwardly. Yet you will function into 10,000 things. You will do your dharma better way. Why? Because you will know you are not the doer. I am the doer. Then he was actually saying a few examples which I would like to, our time is coming closure, and he was telling, body is the outer layer, seed is the core, body is the husk of wheat, and Atman is the inner core. Without peeling the outer layers, how will we travel within? It is so simple, just like a fruit, orange. Swami says, when you peel the, do you have the orange just by biting the whole orange? No, Swami. You have to peel the, then only you can have. Then also you cannot eat it, you have to throw the seeds. Similarly, the body attachment is those layers. When we peel those, then only we can get within and we can experience the juice of that sweetness. What is the sweetness? The sweetness of truth, Sat Chit Ananda. Then another time, Swami actually, I'll give a very interesting example. He taught me how to make gulab jamun. Yes, my sister just now looked. How to make gulab jamun? How? With pancake mix. It is the best gulab jamun. Why not? Because it is he who taught. Try the pancake mix gulab jamun, sisters. And no, that is not the point. The point was something else. Swami said, Bangaru, I will be cooking non-stop. I will be cleaning simplest things. I will be mopping the floor. He will say, Sabari would keep her hermitage clean. You should remember that. You have to remember that experience. And you have to become that. Okay, Swami. He was teaching, Bangaru, when he will be just beside there in the kitchen, cooking, cutting vegetable. Not a single moment is left. 24/7. 24/7. In the sleep. This morning he woke me up in the morning. Yesterday he gave that poem that I humbly shared. For the Guru Purnima poem, he gave that tune also, but he would be talking, standing beside with that divine energy. Okay, when you are making the gulab jamun, what is the process? Tell me. I don't know, Swami. Literally, I did not know. That was the first time I was doing. And then he said, you make the ball. I wonder sometime when he giving answer, why does he ask the question? Right? Because he will anyway give the answer. What is the use? That's his play. We are his playmates, no? So then you make the ball. Do you call it a gulab jamun then? No, Swami. How do you call it a gulab jamun? When you fry it, then only you call it a gulab jamun? No, Swami. How? When you drop into the sugar syrup, then you call it a gulab jamun. See, the question and answer, I am like, no. Then, when that ball gets soaked with that sugar syrup, absorbs the sweetness, that is the time it is called a gulab jamun. Yes, Swami. Similarly, the next part is the important part. Similarly, when you become that gulab jamun, but soaking the sweetness within, what is the sweetness? The prema rasa. The rasa of God's love. You become that, like that Gopika, like that Radha, who had only one goal, to move towards the state of Kaivalyam, oneness. Then you can experience the sweetness. Again, he was telling simple example, water and sugar. Okay, Bangaru. 1 spoon of sugar and 1 cup of water. Water is separate, sugar is separate. Is it sweet? No. When it will become sweet? Swami, when we mix it, yes. Immediately it will become sweet. What will happen? The sugar will lose its property and the water will lose its property. What will happen? It will become one. It will adopt the oneness state. Similarly, when you will live in that oneness state with me all the time, in your every breath and heartbeat, will there be separation with you, Bangaru? Can you separate them from you and me? You speak, I speak. You think, I think. You see, I see. You feel, I feel. You love, it's my love going through. There is no separation between you and me. You only make separation. Why do you make the separation? Swami says, no, that I am God, I know that. Only difference between you and me is you don't know that you are God. But he does not finish the sentence there. He uses 3 letters, yet. You do not know that you are God, you are that God yet. Because he knows that yet this moment we don't know, but we will know. That is our birthright. That is why we are here. That is the purpose of our journey. So, that a few goal of the inward travel Bhagavan was guiding. I'll give a few pointers. This we might be able to contemplate and take away while in our day-to-day life. See, when we walk this inward journey, a few transformation will happen within us. Without knowing, without our knowledge, we will get connected with Him. We will stay connected with Him all the time. Because our mind will be focused within. The way we are looking outside, it will be turned inside. So we will be looking inside. That flower, the beautiful flower of Satchidananda. We can become like the lotus. We live in this world, but don't live here. We don't get attached with this. Then he's telling that the next point will be peaceful. We will be very peaceful. We will radiate peace, joy, happiness. We'll be compassionate, kind, empathetic. We will develop tremendous self-confidence. There will be clarity in our mind, thought. And we will be having detachment. That is the most important point. We will have detachment. As soon as we will be detached with the world, naturally the attachment with Bhagavan will develop. Because our attachment, we are sometimes too much. Some point we feel we are not having that connection, inner connect is lost. So, wherever we are, if we can think ourselves like a flower or like a butterfly, we are seeing this beautiful nature that is all the time teaching the lesson of inspiration. It is just telling, be like me. Swami said, be like a flower. All the time from the beginning till this moment, one message is common, be like a flower. How to be like a flower, Swami? Be like a flower. If you learn the lesson how a flower lives, how does a flower live, Pankaro? Does a flower enjoys its fragrance? No. It radiates its fragrance, it gives the fragrance. When you become like a flower, you will give. You will not be interested in receiving. You will become selfless. Live like a flower. Wherever, whatever way life can be, it can be demanding, it can be testing, turmoil, peaceful, wherever. Remember, this shall pass away. There is nothing that is going to stay. No storm stays forever. When I was coming to the center this afternoon, I was watching the sky with lots of clouds. Beautiful guidance Swami was giving. See, Bangaru, the clouds are moving, the thoughts are moving. Have you ever seen a cloud all the time with steam clinging to the sky? No. You cannot claim that the same cloud is there, what you saw a few minutes back. It has passed by, another set is coming. So life is like that. Thoughts are coming and going. We have to remember, it is not permanent. Nothing is permanent other than that truth of Brahman that is within, around, near, everywhere. I just want to, how much more time is there, brother? 10 minutes?
Oh, no.
5 minutes?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. There is this few things, just quickly I will mention. One thing, Swami gave a secret for the success of spiritual journey. He said, if you remember these three, you will be always reaching your goal. Always remember in morning till night, one thing. When you offer the Mano Pushpam, your mind to me every day, and your heart as the Hridaya Pushpam, your body as the Deha Pushpam, remember, who is the seer? Who is the seer that's seeing through you? It is you? No. It is not you. You are seeing through the eye of the eye. Who is the doer that is doing through you? Is it, if you are the doer, you will be doing the same thing while you are asleep. You cannot do anything. Sleep is a brother of death, that is said, no? We know that is told in the Macbeth. William Shakespeare has told that. And who is the witness? If you remember these three, who is the seer, who is the doer, who is the witness? This will take you to the stage of Kaivalyam, oneness, spiritual oneness with divinity. You will be living in the state of divinity all the time. Just before few days I was coming, one day I was practicing with the music and I was sitting with my music. I remember in 1997, my music guru, he had asked me one of the days, after 25 years of music, learning from him, he all of a sudden comes and says, don't you want to give me Guru Dakshina? I was I was like a daughter to him. He did not have a daughter, so there was a contract, divine contract, unspoken contract. He would get me a Cadbury, and he has to keep that. He will bring that, he will keep on the harmonium. I did not want to sing. He will keep that, he will lure that, and then I will come. I was actually obliging him by learning. So he would give that. Then Swami comes and his guidance, actual thing comes. He says, Bangaru, don't you want to give me Guru Dakshina? My eyes were soaked with tears. All that you have received, that love, your Bhagavan has showered. Bhagavan has showered on each one of us that love. Don't you want to give me that Guru Dakshina? I was wondering, Swami, what can I give you, Swami? It is you who is breathing through me. You are functioning. I cannot do. Because of you, I function. I don't have any existence other than you, Swami. What will I give you? Then I was contemplating, what can I give? He is asking. I thought, Swami, the mind which when I wake up, you ask me that, Bangaru, every day you have to give me the Manopushpam. So the mind I have given to you. I cannot claim that again the mind I will give. When we do the puja, offer the flower, can we say, oh Swami, I don't have any more flower, I take that and I will give you tomorrow that flower. We don't do that. Same thing. Swami, then what do I do? Okay, heart also I cannot give. That also you have taken away. That is long back you have stolen. So what do? I thought of a plan. Okay, Swami, this time I will give you myself. I will give myself to you, Swami, so that you give yourself to me. Other than that, I don't have anything to give you, Bhagavan. On this auspicious Guru Purnima day, I pray to Bhagavan that may He inspire each one of us. May He chisel our heart. He is that sculptor who is chiseling us, trying to make us, give us that form, His own form. He gave this message, 2 messages, on 14th of July at 7:34 a.m. Give all your fear and worries, I will make them mine. I will uproot them from your heart and make them mine. Give you, and I will give you the flowers of joy, peace and happiness, which is and will be your eternal property. Give me your fear, take away me from me. And the next one here said the inner voice makes one connect to God. We have to develop that inner guidance. To receive that inner guidance, we have to develop that by traveling with Him. When we live like a lotus and we offer ourselves, we see the lotus lives in the mud. Does it allow a single drop of soil on its petal? No, it does not let it happen. Not a single drop of dirt is there on the lotus. It knows how to protect itself. When we live like a lotus, give ourselves day in and out, will He not give Himself to us? He says, when you walk one step towards me, Bangaru, I take 100, not 100. That is incorrect. 1,000, not even 1,000, million, countless steps. Every moment He is walking towards us. It is us. It is deficiency on our part that we have to clear that iron piece so that a magnet connection which we had lost, and we are here, may this birth be the last one so that we don't come back again. And with that, I offer my humble pranam at Bhagavan's lotus feet. Thank you, Swami, for giving the opportunity to be able to share your love that you had granted on this soul. And I'm given opportunity to share your love with all my brothers and sisters on this auspicious Guru Purnima festival. Jai Sai Ram.
We'll now take a 10-minute break, a quick break, and then we'll come back again for a lovely music program. Mangajanas, thank you.